I read that one because she thinks she. Oh my god, I'm talking to myself. Hi guys, welcome back to the internet. I'm fucking uncover this moron. That's it, crazy. And I didn't want to go for Smiley for today because she's talking crap too. Okay, let me get this up here. Fuck up. Okay, no, not. Babe, let me tell you something right. You're not gonna like an instant from just because he is doing something bad and he for protection of others on you, you don't have to lie. Kay never did abuse Sebastian. You can prove it, there's no facts for that, there's no minute. But on the internet, let's do so. What has he done since he's, been on the internet and stuff? He has make himself look bad. He's hanging about felons that do nothing good. He's throwing your fucking ass. Don't know why. Because his ear calling, not Katie. Because you don't speak for Katie. You will never speak on Katie. I mean, not on Katie, but you don't speak her. You don't ever speak for her. Not when I do, and can you bitch? You need to sit otherwise down and back the hell up for this case. Seth is the one that got kicked off the base. He has to get kicked out of the commandos. Um, what else? He has a history of being Sebastian. He has a history of abusing him. It's in the divorce paper. I know you don't like to hear this, but listen up, you dumb fuck. Listen up, because Seth is a fucking piece of shit. If he hits Sebastian, Katie doesn't do that. Katie does not do that. I can tell. I can tell he's the abusive one and who's not. Katie and Chris are not the ones. But Seth is my boy, my son. It's his name. I name him. Fuck off, Seth. You mind this piece of shit to talk for you? More like a bitch, right? Because she acts like a dog.
He went to bed. She, what is it, 16 months that he's been missing? 16 months? It's hard to
Don't know?
believe we are where we are at in this case, which is not too far from where we were at the beginning of this case. Good morning, Melanie, Carla,
You
Dawn.
haven't
It's nice to
served
see
it, you
you.
haven't helped
Unicorn,
it, you
Mickey
haven't.
Shell. Good morning, morning. So, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville home off of Stafford Court on February 25th, 2024, and was reported missing by his mother in the morning about 6:33 on February 26th, which was a Monday morning. What
Just by decides, oh, it's my turn to go start them, harass them. You cannot do that. But you not mess with a friend that has made. I bet you not mess with a family that has money. Because not like you did with online bullshit.
she described as they had a day before, went out, did some things with family, not in his room and nowhere to be found, immediately calls her husband. They call law enforcement. The cavalry shows up, and we know the case as Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Has not been seen or heard from, has not been sighted on camera, was not picked up by any set.
Let me tell you something, folks. She's not a goddamn lawyer. She's not a PI, not investigate a journalist. You conduct could determine this isn't your case. You have budget and interfering with this case so much you almost got yourself jail time. Remember that next time. When you think you got a right to harass someone, drop someone, remember.
Event-filled day that she had with of other alphabet soups and other departments that lended hands in the search efforts for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers with nothing. We're talking about the case of Lily and Jack Sullivan, a similar situation.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It's not. So let me shut that down real fast. You still have both parents, even a stepdad involved in this. No. Do you have poor? No. It's different because there's a like it. Sebastian's 16. He can do whatever he wants. Okay? No, that doesn't count. It's different because okay. It's just different. In this case, you don't have any alcoholics. You don't have your mind. It's just different. I don't know how.
They have nothing, children.
You live in Canada. You don't live here. If that case were to be here, you'd be harassing them.
Walked off in the morning and nowhere to be found, no evidence, no sightings, and what we do know after the fact is that there were lights that were in a common area. These lights, when we watch it and analyze it, which we have.
You can't analyze. You don't know how to. I'm sorry. Not just because you got YouTube doesn't mean that you're an expert. No.
Many of us have. So you're talking about hundreds of thousands of hours across the social media platforms and the true crime genre, reviewing these videos. And it appears that the lights, when we analyze the optimism photo, there is a clear thumbprint bruise in a healing stage on his neck. Where did that come from?
Chef.
We know just by reviewing bruising and how bruising healing, we can identify about the stage of healing it is in.
No, you can't. I mean,
be several days.
That's a chef has
3 or more days. It was already turning. It was already starting.
He knows at chef house the top. So did chef put his hand on him? Because I'm not kidding. That never did that to our son. But it comes to say
to have yellowing. Good morning, Pussy Willow Pendercat. Let me say hi to everybody. I said hi to a few people, but I didn't say hi to everybody else coming in. Me and you. Not frowned upside down, but the Proudfoots are very close ties with the Proudfoot.
That doesn't matter. You think officer, I don't know. Do stuff for the family? You're wrong. You're wrong for thinking that. You're wrong for sacrificing just out putting your life for the line. Do you really do something like that? My comment says, hell no. So shut up with this.
Family working on their case. They have family members in areas of our government. They have friends that are known in Hendersonville Police Department, Sumner County Sheriff's Department. They know people in Homeland Security. They know. So it's like, we're looking at this. And one of our biggest questions at the beginning of this case was anybody investigating this case that were friends or family to Chris and Katie, and they have never once addressed that question.
It's not your
And the only
business.
answer that we got, again, still not addressing the question, is that the sheriff is not friends with them. The sheriff's not investigating the case. Let's be honest. The sheriff is
What?
the talking head and the poster child of the sheriff's department. That's it. Their qualifications of being a sheriff don't have to be anything other than a pretty face.
Bullshit. Fucking shit. Quit that you nonsense. You oversee everything. You look at if okay. You're nonsense. It's just that you're fucking nonsense.
On a flyer, okay?
No, ma'am. He oversees the whole place. He gives out if there's a problem, he has to deal with that problem. He has to make. No, you're wrong. I'm not gonna buy
So
it.
let's be honest. They are a voted in position. Yeah, do people vote in people that have law enforcement personnel, law enforcement experience rather? Yeah, they do. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes the people are only in uniform for a year before they become the sheriff of the county. Do you think they know how to sheriff? No, it's a political
No, ma'am.
position.
It's not.
It's a, they micromanage, they manage, oversee. They're not, they do go out in the field if they're qualified to go out in the field. But they're basically the.
Not like you. You're not into. You don't have any police training or how to social notes, madam. So you really don't know how this works. So you got them now because it's online.
Poster child of that department. But at some point, we put on a little thing like this and to look good. Whether they have friendly ties or associates.
It's not your business. It's not your case, and leave it alone.
Associated with by blood or otherwise, where she would do this.
You gotta hear this shit.
They're not. They do go out in the field if they're qualified to go out in the field. But they're basically the poster child of that department. They're to be put on a little thing like this. They're not. They do go out in the field if they're qualified to go out in the field. But they're basically the poster child of that department. They're to be put on a little thing like this and to look good. Not found upside down, but you just definitely do not belong as part of the Bullhorn Betty clan.
I'm sorry you can't handle this. I'm so sorry you can't take the truth. Sarah's, yeah, she's everything, the investigation, arrest, everything, baby, huh? But when things goes wrong, he also takes the L, okay? He also takes the knee. Every missing people, when they have recovered him dead alive, he's the one that has to go and tell your parents. So don't sit there and say, oh, he's just another pretty face. No, ma'am. You're wrong. And his job is motherfucking hot. You made this personal because you fuck around and you cry out.
So.
Oh, poor baby.
Round upside down, but gracious. Let's go ahead and block you. Have a great day.
What?
Okay. God bless. I hope you can turn that frown upside down, but you just definitely do not belong as part of the Bullhorn Betty clan. So, did I say hi to you, unicorn? Dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. County of people that know the Proudfoots, are family with the Proudfoots, are very close ties with the Proudfoot family, working on their case. They have family members in areas of our government. They have
Mhm. That did not sacrifice their own careers for this. Do not do anything that harms increase this case. Do not. So therefore, how so called thinking is wrong. How thinking like she is thinking is wrong. Nobody must sacrifice. Especially bring up a cup, right? You bring a cup, you put life on the line. Nobody must sacrifice it. For her to even think this is moronic. Because she's using hate, not.
Democracy depends on a free press. Please support our independent.
No. I'm sorry.
They have friends that are known in Henderson.
She's not using logic.
Police Department, Sumner County Sheriff's Department. They know people in Homeland Security. They know, so it's like, we're looking at this, and one of our biggest questions at the beginning of this case was anybody investigating this case that were friends or family to Chris and Katie, and they have never once addressed that question.
Excuse me? And who are you? Who in the fuck are you? I'm different, not cops. You are different, not a PI, not a journalist. Even I just can see right through a person. This is harassment.
And the only answer that we got, again, still not addressing the question, is that the sheriff is not friends with them.
Oh, you're not entitled to this question. I'm sorry, what? You think you're fucking entitled of this? Bitch, sit down and shut your fucking mouth. You're not entitled to anything.
The sheriff's not investigating the case. Let's be honest. The sheriff is the talking head and the poster child of the sheriff's department. That's it. Their qualifications of being a sheriff don't have to be anything other than a pretty face on a flyer.
Not, I double check on that and see if that's true. But it's not. I know it's not. You have to look up to this. You have to look ranks.
Okay? So let's be honest.
No, let's not lie. That's not honesty. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are a voted in position. Yeah, do people vote in people that have law enforcement personnel, law enforcement experience rather? Yeah, they do. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes the people are only in uniform for.
Do you hear that high pitch? This is agitated. Go back to the other cases. You're not helping in this case. I swear to God.
A year before they become the sheriff of the county. Do you think they know how to sheriff? No, it's a political position.
No, ma'am.
It's a
they
micromanage. They manage, oversee. They're not. They do go out in the field if they're qualified to go out in the field.
But you're not qualified.
But they're basically the poster. Be pretty known. Obviously, the mom and the stepfather are involved. There's no factory manner. So then we go on to the investigation. They're only in uniform for a year before they. Oh, how the sheriff? No, it's a political.
No, it's not. Stop it.
Position.
Stop it.
Attic has been in the department for several years. I don't think that this is what he's done his entire life, though. I don't know. Either way, he's not the one investigating the case. All the other people are investigating the case, and those are the people that we wanted to know whether they have friendly ties or associated with by blood or otherwise with the Proudfoot or the
Not,
Bowersox
not
or their
in
family
Canada.
in general.
You're not
And nobody has ever
entitled to
closed
that
that worry box for the
information.
public.
You're not entitled.
So over time, people just stopped asking the question, but the question was never answered. Not in a satisfactory manner.
Oh my
So
God.
then we go on to the
nothing. A stupid heckle. You're a fucking joke. You cost for not at them. And baby, you have cost a lot of damage in this one. Seth, so have you.
the investigation, which the investigation, you know, after you peel back the layers, seems to be pretty known. Obviously, the mom and the stepfather are involved. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Since when? Put it in 5 pieces. Put it. If we don't have anything to back this up by the cops, not just but I have common sense. I can. No, you don't have common sense. You're not looking in it. That's not a fact. That's color.
Are they involved? I personally feel that nobody.
But you don't nobody. You don't have power. You don't. You just have a mouth. Your mouth can talk all day long about the same subject. But when we get a grip, I'm not even gonna come back to reality.
Would go through all this unless they done something really, really bad. So that's what leads me to believe what my theory is. But there are a lot of people that believe that this child is still alive, and this is a custodial interference, that Katie is an evil bee, but not this much of an evil bee. Where she
No, Katie's not an evil bitch. She's classy. She has maintained her innocence. She even tried a polygraph and she passed. So did Chris. Oh, wait, who had to take it 2 times? Oh, would that be Seth? Seth had to take it because he knows the stuff, but he acts like a dumb idiot. I know.
She would do this. But the problem is that's the issue with domestic violence and rage. Okay.
This is not a DV situation. You're even gonna go ahead.
We know that she's been abusive in the past, where she can just out of for no reason just start, hitting somebody. So if we were to apply that and you take,
you know what? That's a fucking lie. That was Seth. Seth has hit Sebastian in front of teachers. He got kicked out of the base. He got kicked out of the command post. You know that he has violent tendencies. I've never seen that from Katie or Chris. I've seen Chris pissed off, and that's no one. People are baiting him, not helping him, not supporting him. They're not living, you're not baiting him like Smiley Crow.
take Sebastian's,
Let me thing. This is a fucking lie. She's fucking like she cannot prove that.
Fluid on the brain and other things. It's not, in my opinion, that she intentionally, planned this out, which some people do, and we haven't dismissed that yet. But me, it's not like I'm thinking that.
Who the fuck do you think you are? You have no power in this case. You're on the wrong side of history. So it's just concerns mine.
Everybody's saying she couldn't have done this or this or this, but that's the weird thing about rage, is when you're raging or you lose your crap or you just start wailing on somebody.
No, ma'am, she wouldn't have done that. She would have never done that. Katie would never hurt a person.
You don't know what the results of that would be. Yeah, she might have blown up on Sebastian,
No, she did
a
not.
lot. And
That's another fucking lie. So stop lying, baby. Tell the fucking truth. Not maybe Seth. Not Craig. Sorry.
it's
Not-
never ended in any type of major injury. But at some point, that may change. The more you do it, the more you lose control. Is this something he dealt with his mother in the past? He has a bruise on his neck. Was this attempted days?
Okay, you may have, but I didn't need to bump that and say it's just a camera angle. But if it did, Sebastian said his dad's house, he came back. So no, that is another lie. Again, tell the truth.
Before. And I think that's the element maybe some people might be missing, is that it just because things may have progressed the way they did, it doesn't mean that was the outcome she was anticipating.
She didn't do it. So she fuck all the way off. Fuck sit down because she doesn't know what you're talking about. You have to be fresh long. So set up about this case because she did nothing about him in this case.
She may have just lost her cool and just backhanded him, but didn't realize she was so forceful and say he fell into something.
Didn't look like that to me on that dinner. Didn't look like that on that dinner. She was talking to him. He goes, I've been dealing with her.
And hit his head, and we all know that the head injury could have grave results with Sebastian. You know, I'm not thinking, I've never been quite on board until more information comes. I'm always, I've got my ears open. I have an open mind when it comes to any case. So
No, you do not. You do not have an open mind. Shit. Oh my god, he says a fucking liar. In this case, it's a vendetta against their family. That's why it's not to lie on these innocent parents that are going through a hard time. You don't need to like you. One of the aftermath.
There's new information that comes about that leads us to a more premeditated scenario, then that's where I'll be. But right now,
it has never been. It's never happened. A premeditated. They didn't even do it.
I'm not seeing that. Now we have suspicion. There's a lot of people with suspicion, but nothing that really equates speculating, if that makes sense. I'm trying to, like, I know people are saying things are happening and are producing some things that help support that, but it's not enough to.
This photo right here?
It's not enough. It's just, I get it, and I get why they believe that, but it's just not enough for it to be concrete, circumstantial. It's just theory-based circumstantial. This person is looking this way, so that looks sus. That's just not enough, is what I'm trying to say. It's just not enough. We know that the accusations are out there and people believe other things, and we have other content creators that we highly respect. Hindsight, Mama Rissa, BMW Coupe. They've been working together. They've been really honing in on the Texas Roadhouse. Their theory so far, and they're finding stuff to help support their theory as well. And it's based around I would ask them for their stuff, but my understanding, and it could be wrong just slightly, but my understanding is
that Lightsville was wrong. That Broadville is wrong. You cannot take a picture and edit to death. That's what y'all have been doing, right? Oh, this is three. No. And why would he be upside down? Like, no, bitch. Sit out of go and get what my cause.
They don't believe that Sebastian made it home. And
oh, well, fucking well.
up and remove him from that home in the middle. Perspectives, and a lot of different things that people are seeing. And so they're working really hard on that. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I personally believe because of the vehicle being there and because of the activity with the flashlights on the outside of a home, it tells me that Sebastian made it home. Something happened inside that home and they had to cover it up and remove him from that home in the middle of the night.
Don't have any evidence. Sorry, sweetheart. You let it go.
That's what that activity equates in my brain. And so that's why I believe one, he was home, and two, he disappeared.
You are not crazy.
And it's why I believe Katie is the ultimate responsible party of what condition he left that house in, because she was the only one.
Bull fucking shit. He's 15. He knows how to get out of the house. So stop with your nonsense. You moron.
Inside that house with him.
Good if that's right. Also, the cops was not for a play. How dare you sit there and judge these cops saying he didn't do the job? How fucking dare you? Like you know how to do the job? If you do, get a fucking job with the cops. But if you don't, sit down and shut the fuck up. Because you have no right to say that.
Now, we do know a car came at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 a.m. in the morning. It was more in line, I think, about 3:20.
No, babe.
Probably,
She's
give or
lying.
take, maybe earlier, maybe later.
She's fine.
But right around that time frame, we know that there was a car observed on that camera, and we know that there were flashlights observed on that camera as well that went to that car, very clearly went to that car. Who were behind those flashlights? Well, a lot of people have.
I don't believe in a car. I don't believe in a flashlight. I believe in a maybe flashlight. I believe that something that happened outside of that house. She either went to go meet friends, or went to talk to someone, or went for a walk. But Katie and Chris, hell to no. Some maybe. That's like 5%.
Have enhanced those flashlights and different in different areas of that.
Nobody has that time, not except for the cops.
Video, and the one flashlight that kind of car back to the home. So it's only fitting or reasonably logical to deduct that there were two people in the house. It appears a car with another person or two pulled up, and one person at minimum went from that car into that house, and then a blob with a blob starts heading to that car, and then another blob with a light starts kind of.
Okay, question. How do you know it was cutting Chris? How do you fucking know it was them? I couldn't make out anything from that picture. So that picture is dismissed. Like, y'all doing it's fucking sick. Fucking sick. Sit the hell down.
Be right behind it, a few seconds right behind it, kind of following light number one. But that light number two ends up going over there for a few seconds, turning around and heading back toward the Proudfoot home. So again,
that's why you cannot depend on this room for information.
It appears that something did in fact happen inside that home.
No, it doesn't, because it's bombs. You cannot make the picture cool. Nobody can. Sorry, honey. Go back to the drawing boards.
That left Sebastian at minimum incapacitated, where he couldn't physically walk on his own, because again, we have a blob carrying a blob. Why would the blob need to be carried? Now, man, mind you, the blob.
If it's a pod, nobody can see the goddamn picture. You see common sense, baby.
I'm talking about are moving with flashlights. Only one blob with a flashlight actually has another blob it's carrying.
And I can just debunk this really fast. Set Christmas into Memphis and let everything else in. So he couldn't have done this. He could not be you. So, debunk, nothing like that. Just give me out.
The other person doesn't have a blob in her hand, or its hand. Only one blob has another blob, large blob, carrying to this vehicle.
No.
So
This dumb and stupid.
Narita gave us a super chat. Have 3 people or 3 blobs at a car and only one.
How do you know if that is Question K? How do you know it's Sebastian? You don't. So sit down. Sit down and listen.
One of those blobs go back to the house and only one. To the rest of us, it seems pretty freaking clear.
How?
But I digress.
Mm.
I digress. Let's go up here. I see some things. Oh, thank you, Narita. I appreciate that. Narita gave us a super chat. Thank you.
Nobody cares about.
How could L's? I think you might have to rewrite that. But I didn't know what the L's mean. What's the L's? What are you referring? In our heart and in our gut, the parents are responsible, and they just
No, don't speak for people you don't know. Don't speak for me. I get that feeling myself, not like Christian Crazy. Have you ever here, not trying to debate? You're a vile piece of shit human that doesn't know when to stop, do you?
go years and years and years without justice. It's just sad.
Wrong and dumb was case. Right now. Just because you didn't get caught or you didn't think there was enough evidence. Come on, you still got charged with it because he did the same thing in somewhere else. He stopped people harass him. No, babe, sit down and shut. I like up. Gee, what's wrong, honey?
Hey, Joanne, it's nice to see you. Happy birthday, Patricia. Someplace. Sebastian is not safe. Yeah, I agree. No matter how we're looking at it, I don't believe Sebastian's safe because he needs medication, and it doesn't sound like he's getting medication. So even if he is in a facility or they took him to a farm or whatever the case may be, whatever people envision in their heads, there's no medication. He's not getting his medication.
But you have to remember, folks, that Seth refuses to give Sebastian his medication because he doesn't believe in medicine. It's crazy. I know. So he sees through it. So this is kind of like, not a lie, but he sees it because Seth medical abuse him. What I mean by that, he refused to give him the right medicine because he's a baby. Well, not that, but I can't call him one. In my opinion, actually.
That to me means he's not safe. It means he's not feeling good. Oh, we got a Billy B. Happy birthday. Lots of birthdays today. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Come
Happy
in for
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, all my beautiful Bullhorn Betty birthday clan. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Kind of off my game today.
we all up
But
for
we want
it.
to make sure you guys get a little happy birthday from Buddy. You know, Ellie has to know Katie is involved, but they covered their tracks. Yeah, but the vehicles, they didn't pull, they needed to get.
You guys know what they did? I did not. You're not inside. You got pulled to any police force. So stop your nonsense.
Get in there immediately and turn that home in bedroom into a crime scene. They needed to pull. They don't have the laws to support law enforcement in Tennessee. They need to be working instead of them worrying about trying to stifle people's rights.
Stop. You're not stopping them. You're also endorsing them. Nobody asked you to go to strangers. Nobody asked you to pay them to stop them. Nobody asked you to go to the concert, go to the jobs. That's beyond a disgrace. You are so fucking disgraceful. It's not your right. You're not a true journalism, honey.
Rights to speak in Tennessee. Maybe they need to worry about.
Maybe to say you got a mouth out so you're not getting caught, but you can't. You have a problem running your fucking mouth, saying bullshit lies about innocent families when they're going to the highest time. Look like doing the summer rose. How did he help that kid? How did he help someone that kid? How are you helping Sebastian right now? How? Running a negative, the same negative you put on John Rose in Kansas.
Working on laws to make it easier to bring people to justice in the state of Tennessee. How about that? Where's the freaking state of Tennessee's priorities? That's what I'd like to know. Where the hell's the state of Tennessee's priorities? The pic of Sebastian Rogers Funday at Costco's look younger than 15 to me. Everybody said that, but that was truly taken Saturday. Everybody had said that. And I for the longest time, I'm like, when I found out that it was a Saturday photo, I've been trying to tell people, and they kept saying, why did they give her my younger photo? I kept saying, it's not. This is the problem I had. She had a front forward shot of him at the Texas Roadhouse, the true most recent photo of him. Why would they use the photo the day before? Because when she took the picture, they're trying to say, oh, because he had his mouth full. We watched the video. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He put his thing down. He looked up like this. Right? So why did they?
He's not entitled. The world is not entitled to be everything just for his ass to get every picture. You know why? Because people like you, in social media, people like you, the class badge of YouTube like you, doesn't know when to stop. How dare you take pictures of someone out for the Facebook? Out for the freaking Facebook. It's not for your consumption. It's not fucking your business. It's like, just fuck all the way off.
They used that photo from the Texas Roadhouse, which was truly the most recent photo of him. They used.
She didn't have to give them that. You fucking retard. Sorry. She gets me mad. She pisses me off. Hi, Tracy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that, but She gets me going sometimes.
Use it from the Saturday before. I think because it's sus. I don't think they knew he took the photo.
No, because people like you need to understand that's a bully. Do not cuss. Do not go to jobs. Do not go to campsites. That's not the primary house. You have no right doing that. Just saying. Because, no, that's hate. That is pure hate.
Photo. I don't think she told them. I don't think she told law enforcement she had that photo. Did she delete the photos she took on the of the Texas Roadhouse off of her phone?
If she did, it's not your goddamn business. She are using this case and nobody. Sorry, honey.
I don't know. It's possible. No. Tennessee loyalty is with the crooks.
How can people be like
So
that?
much corruption. There's corruption everywhere. I don't want to.
She spends this bullshit nonsense bullshit to other people online and they fall for it. What dummies. You buy her every lie? Why don't you do something for real? Research on what she's saying.
Make paint this horrible. I mean, the Sumner County has painted their own horrible picture, but there's corruption everywhere.
No, honey, that was you. I'm sorry. None of you ever going to grow up. You only motherfucking sick. Because,
There's different types of corruption. Their type of corruption's dangerous.
no, it's not corruption. It's a fact. Day 8 level. For looking at the cops of not far play. You don't have any good pictures. You don't have any good anything. I'm sorry, but what?
It's dangerous to the public.
No, it's not.
Other types of corruption.
You just don't like the results. Because you're a miserable bitch.
There's more internal politics, political power, behind the scenes money, having the hand in the cookie jar type shit. But this type of corruption is wildly different. This is, they will protect the insiders at all costs.
Bullshit. Stop nonsense. You just butt her because you forgot about you got put out. John Rose should sue you for everything you got. For your house, for your car, for everything. And sell it to get money. Because like you did to them, like you did, it's not a protest, it's a riot.
That's the dangerous kind. I would be in jail already months ago because I would be up. Yeah, we need a solid front on this, and I think that this is what I think we need to do. I think we need to go to the governor's mansion. I think we need to. I think this needs to be about Sebastian, but it also needs to be about Summer Wells, Layla Santinello, Holland Snap. It needs to be about a whole.
Now the cases that you help. Because you're a fuck at life.
Whole lot of them. I think we need to show up with 100 to 200 people at the governor's mansion demanding change.
You need to go to the government, not to his fucking house. That's ridiculous. Somebody sit your ass down. Your butt needs to be ripped by your mom. But your mom is so scary because of the Davies situation you put her and your husband in.
That if you want to really help, that right there is the
No, it's not.
way to shock.
No.
do it all above board, peacefully, properly. You know, we stand up there. We come from a place of love, but a place of concern and a place of we want change.
It's not your business, it's not your state. So sticking us in somebody else's business, you have been offering the state. You stuck us at family. I don't give a damn what the coach says. In my eyes, you did that, and that's fucking sick. Maybe you are the one that needs fucking help. Take it and go to God and pure. Because this is not God's word.
And until we are all ready to show up like that, we are going to keep doing what we're doing here. But if you want to know my truth, I think it needs to be a demonstration, a peaceful demonstration, not like that horse crap going on in LA. We don't
That's right.
Nonsense. That is not.
Like, he just also holds crap. It doesn't look bad.
Activism. That is not being an activist.
He's not an activist. He's not an advocate. Get over yourself, honey.
That's being a downright felon criminal. We don't roll that way.
Yes, you do.
I just want to make sure people understand.
But he does.
Very crystal clear. We don't roll that way. We come from a place of love.
Bullshit. The things you have said about Katie Prophet turns my stomach. So don't do this. Don't manipulate. You are manipulating people.
And a place of wanting change.
But it's not your state to put out.
If you're violent, don't show up because you will not like the words of Bullhorn Betty.
I'm scared.
The stuff I put up, I keep in control. Like even at Leilani Simons, that night crew was a little wild. But they're locals. I'm not going to sit there and tell them what they can do in their own community. Okay, I'm not
fucking bitch. You should got your asses out as soon as you messing with the neighbors, harassing them, doing whatever the hell you can. I got videos upon videos on that situation. Fucking motherfucker. He did not help.
We're out there. We were respectful.
No. You can't respect shit. I told some a dying woman can die in her own home because of trespass like you, and then they had to put it in a law that you broke the first state, and let's put it into place. First state. Because you like to violate the law.
We were there from, we packed up at 5 when the night crew came in, and apparently out there, the night crew was, they lit it up. They didn't let people sleep. So I can kind of understand the frustration of the community, but at the same sense,
No buts. The cops handle that. You're just being a pimple that needs to be squeezed. I'm gonna talk to Quimby because there has to be a fucking law. So cannot protest outside people's homes. That's it. No matter what they have done, the law will take care of it. Karma will take care of it. Even God will take care of it. And God, oh my God.
Activism is activism. They weren't burning things down. They weren't being violent. They were
messing about getting drunk, causing problems for the cops. Let me show you this, because I know I have this video. Sorry. Let me see this. Let me see. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke you have become. So how many videos got made? Because it just seems like every day there's something happening. Like almost every fucking day. Man, I've been up pretty fast. She trusts. My God. Oh my God. Can't find it. It gets to John Rose. Oh my God. I know how videos. It's on TikTok. It's on here. Just go watch them. She was a maniac. She had no. You don't have any right to protest.
They were being peaceful, no matter how you look at it. Bastion, we have to fight for things that we could pull a lot of people and a lot of support. Maybe that's what we just need to do. Kindly educate the governor of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
How
if you
about
guys think that's a good idea, send.
Hi, you're educated. You're fucking.
We need to. Not. I think this needs to be about Sebastian, but it also needs to be about Summer Wells, Layla Santinello. I know my truth. I think. And until we are all ready to.
Do you know your fucking truth? That you cause mayhem wherever you go. You cause mayhem whenever you so-called protest. Even, I don't know, you cause mayhem. How in the fuck do you do it? How in the fuck do you do it? Yeah, I'm passing on. Saying that no one should be protesting outside of a flying house. No one. So you can
show up like that. We are going to keep doing what we're doing here. But if you want to know my truth, I think it needs to be a demonstration.
Who the fuck are you? Seriously, who the fuck are you that lives in Florida that wants to change a law in Tennessee, right? And let everyone do. You also think you know better than the governor. How ironic. No, you're not smarter, you're just dumb. You passed history research over that because you have not helped at all.
A peaceful demonstration, not like that horse crap going. Support this. We'll start working on it. Maybe in 90 days, we can have 100 people that are willing to show up at the governor's door and say, hey, something ain't right here and we're concerned for our kids and we need your help, right? So when we do it, we're going to do it big because this is going to be our stand with the state of Tennessee and saying, listen, we're tired of covering these cases in your state.
It's not your fucking business. You don't belong in that state. Stay for that money on the business. I think you got a cut that coming out like Queen Bee. You might not be doing research, trying to maybe looking for a job at JLB. You can even go to cop training, be a cop, but you probably get fired for being a cop.
Something has to be done. We need new laws in place. This will be a great opportunity for Seth to present his law, his bill. This would be, I think, this would be one of the things that we could pull a lot of people and a lot of support and get a lot of attention. To get some changes. Changes have to be had in Tennessee. I'm not saying that there's not changes that need to be made in every single state, but the one that is very glaring right now to the truth.
No, this is you hating on them because you got caught not doing his job. But take it as a lesson. Tennessee doesn't like you. Tennessee hates you because of the right piece of shit you are. You're nasty as fuck. You're a cunt. You're jealous of people. Get over yourself, honey. You don't know everything. Come step to me. Come in my chat and step to me. We're gonna have a adult-like conversation. If you can't handle that, you're not adult, like I know you're not. Because you can't handle the truth. Tell the motherfucking truth. I wish I can get into this case. Go back in time, listen to every fucking interview, but you know what? I can't. I won't. It's a waste of my time. But in the beginning, Seth believes King because God's like, you know, talking into his ear, just like that signboard piece of shit that has 25 receipts. My God. And, regulator that has 45 arrests.
Crime community is the state of Tennessee. Okay, they're the ones under the spotlight right now. They're the ones that have all these.
No, do not. You're on your radio because you got caught, you got arrested the way you should be arrested. How many times did you do this? Harass them. You even admit that yesterday when you covered someone else. You harass them. You stab people. Why? It wasn't your job to do it unless the cops. You don't think he's smarter than a cop. Don't even go there because you're not. You just study that. Cops, the law and the cops are two different things. Try to think. The cops imply law, they carry out like the law says. You are supposed to interpret law, know what it says, but you're too dumb to interpret that. Into nothing bio to even think, okay, look at eating the Queen Bee. She has overcome you. This is going to overcome you again. You're going to sit there, have no house, no anything. Be a dumb fuck. Like always. I can't like interest you be detached from you.
High-profile cases in their state with no resolution years later. Okay?
Maybe you're wrong. Years later. Have you ever sat back and think about it?
They're the ones in the hot seat right now. Is there other work to be had in other states? You're absolutely right. There is. But we have to fight for Sebastian. We have to fight for Summer. We have to fight for the future victims.
Excuse me, not make teaching gonna be my business. Number two, not make teaching right. In any case, I've not seen this. Okay, please.
Of Tennessee and their laws. We have to. Like I
No, you don't have to. You just bet hurt. Let them just kick you so get new cases in other states. You see what happens. Are you afraid of the interstate law?
said, we're coming from a place of love. Maybe the governor doesn't know.
No, you're coming from a place of hate. Everything about it is hateful, spiteful, just because you committed a crime, you got punished for it, does not mean you had to seek revenge. Sorry.
So let's bring our voices and educate them. And I think that's what we need.
Who the fuck are you? Like I said, you don't educate, you handle the case.
To do. So I'm going to start working on this.
No, you're
And
not.
I hope I get the support of the true crime community. I would like to hear from some at this demonstration. This is not going to be a typical Bullhorn Betty protest. This is going to be one where we are demanding and calling for action in the state of Tennessee. So we're going to...
You live in Florida. You do not have the right to do this. You moron.
have speakers. We're going to have... I'd like to have some politicians. I'd like to have this be an...
You receive politician listens to you say white lady ass. And nobody.
Actual event. Something that lasts a couple hours, that people come up on stage and speak about how they think we need to make changes in the state of Tennessee.
Nobody gives a damn about you. Because you know right about these innocent parents. Delmar's King's Spy, Chris and Katie, and the grandparents. God forbid, you might be fucking wrong. But into death embodied by hate and faith manipulation, just not look at me. God will not forgive you. Keep making the same damn mistakes. He will not forgive you. I know this because I'm like church. I've been taught.
See, to better protect our children.
Miss me like this. Miss me like this shit. Because it's just like shit. You're a piece of shit. You did not know about kids. You don't know how to raise them.
Katie and Chris arranged the demise of Sebastian Rogers. In my opinion,
That is not true. Whoever said that, that is not fucking true.
Terry Bauer socks. People come up on stage, demonstration, a call, what happened, and trying to put a spotlight on that and make.
No, you're not gonna plan this on Katie and Chris. You hear me? I'm a fucking bitch. You're not gonna try to convince a judge. You can't. There's no evidence.
Sure that never happens again, or that we put laws in place. You got to understand, when things like this happen, it takes 5 to 10 years. So 5 to 10 years from now, we're going to be having laws that will help victims like Sebastian.
No, victims like Katie and Chris.
That's too long. It's too long. So if we're going to start now, it's going to be 5 to 10 years to get anything of this off the ground, really off the ground, and get things. Some things can be pushed into place very soon, depending on the gravity of the situation. But we're already losing some understanding that's not corrupted by power and greed. They'll eventually get corrupted by power and greed.
You know what? The number one, and I hate to say this, I hate the main problem. You don't know how to read the cover. You don't have the common sense or the logic to read the common sense. Number one. Number two, you cannot just like say you're right and I'm gonna make this change because you're wrong for thinking that Chris and Katie getting out fucking evidence. That right there, that Bobby doesn't really count. So, you know, but you live in a generational rule.
Guys, it happens all the time. I see it every day in politics. It doesn't matter. You have the best day in politics that do this type of stuff. There's no way I'm supporting it. I believe in true blue activism, raising your voices, having peaceful protests, picket signs.
Oh, she let you quiet.
And then what do? They believe if they started in their California state, which it does.
Oh,
it's tough to do. I got to tell you, because we've had to do it a few times here. We're still not on stable grounds politically here in Manatee County because we've been making so many changes. But changes have to be had. You're never going to thrive or grow right if you're being stifled by the same leadership. If you have the same...
Oh, being stifled like you, Stephen... Their rights, their innocent rights. You have no evidence, but you're accusing them of something heinous, but yet you don't care. You don't fucking care. Well, now you're gonna get some mental help for your mental. Does your mom not care about you? Because I'm gonna put you ass in the mental hospital so fast. Because you don't give a shit. Just go about the minds and the views and the kids. Or you should probably in a hotel because everyone's supposed to. I can't do it. Oh.
Leadership and you're growing okay. What if you get somebody in there that's even better? So many changes. But changes have to be or grow right.
Why does he stop being a hypocrite? Look at Seth. Do a whole deeper dive into his background. Because you have not once really dived into his crap. You all know that you're biased. So stop it. Stop making nonsense.
If you're being stifled. And so it happens over and over and over again. That's why it's so important not to keep the same politicians in place. You really need that turnover. And when you get good politicians in place and things, and so that's why it's so important not to keep the same. Yeah, now Billy, he's more reasonable. Gavin Newsom is an idiot. Okay. He's an insider. He wanted this civil unrest. He's inciting this civil unrest. He's acting like, oh, these raids are coming into... The raids are happening in everybody's community, okay? Cut it out.
No, it doesn't. Cut it out.
They're acting like, oh, my God, they're going over to California and just picking on California. No, they're not. Every single state is dealing with this. You don't see people blowing up their freaking...
Wait, we don't riot, you know. We protest.
States only in the state of California, right? It's like, and then what do? They believe if they started in their California state, which it does happen, now you have the mob mentality. Now you have a Yahoo over here in New York that wants to be like California, that gets their people together. Next thing you know, they got violence in their area. which now they see it in there. Now you start seeing people swarming down in Tampa because they want to be a part of it. But it all started by the mob mentality of Gavin Newsom that wanted the civil unrest in his state to sit here and try to pick on him. Well, let me tell you something. You don't screw with the federal government, okay? And we, the people, really could give two craps about.
You don't speak for me. I'm not your people. I'm not your color. I will never be your color. Fuck up. Medicine that has mental problems in your head.
The state of California.
Not normal.
And all of their BS that they come with. I'm sorry. We love Californians. Don't misunderstand me. But the crap that goes on in that state, we're over. The rest of America is over. Donald, do whatever the hell you need to do.
You know, like, she just knows him. She may went to his rallies, but Donald doesn't give a fuck about you. He's such a loser life. Try again.
The rest of America.
He doesn't need your permission. Boo him, babe. Just saying.
Is tired of the nonsense. If you want to sit there and be an advocate, be an advocate. I support that all day long, whether I support.
No, you don't.
What you're advocating for. When you start blowing stuff up and start being violent on the streets, no, that's not advocation. That's being a criminal. And I'm sorry.
You just want to know, right?
Oppose criminals. I have set up my channels to fight the crime.
No, you haven't.
To put people in jail that do this type of stuff.
Oh! So is he setting up Crazy Chris? Oh! My question is, are you trying to... Oh, my God, you shouldn't have...
There's no way I'm supporting it. I believe in true blue activism, raising your voices, having peaceful protests, picket signs, loud and proud. What I'm seeing in California, I'm sick of seeing in California. And why is it always them that starts it? Why is it that? Why every time they have a problem or they don't like something, the whole town has to be ablaze? Can you imagine if I went in every community I went in and I turned it into a blaze? How effective would I be?
You're not. You have never been effective. Sorry, just saying.
I wouldn't be because I'd be in jail.
Or you might escape.
These people deserve jail. Oh, yes. They're just peaceful people. I'm sorry. Peaceful people don't turn into unpeaceful people. You see why we need this element out of our country. They're giving the rest of the people that came here legitimately.
But you cannot cut California. People are, yes, that's not right. It's not just the immigrants. You motherfucker piece of trash. It's the Californians. So the Californians are talking. You don't get to talk to them. Just like you don't get to talk about Tennessee.
A bad rap. There are people that are truly here fleeing their country because they will be unalived if they go back to their country. There are truly people here needing asylum for their life, and people are abusing the system. So why is it okay for our military men and women sleeping on the streets with no food and water?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. It's always going to be, everybody thinks they have the answers to fix it. Sometimes things are just what they are without adding the element of gasoline in a match, you know. They're making it easier for ICE. Yeah. And that's and you know what? And they showed the rest of the world that their allegiance isn't to America.
I'm not agreeing at all.
We do not believe in violence on here. We wouldn't have a channel if it weren't for the violence in this country and abroad. We say no to violence. We want it to end. I don't want to be a YouTuber anymore, right? I just would love to live in a peaceful world. But at the end of the day, it's not what
not peaceful. You're not peaceful, Madjo. You're hate. You feel always hate. Hate for life, hate for anybody to be innocent, right? But he's trying to set people up to go to jail. Are you doing that to Chris and Katie? Are you doing that?
We need them to start like, yeah. You know, that's that Peruvian green bud. Yeah, that's that Mexican brown bud. You know, he would go through. He had a name. I don't think he had. You just knew. Just popped it out. The California brown bud's making him do it.
Okay, babe. I call it every name in the book. But that is true racism. Stop that. No, this is the face of psychotic. You're delusional, you don't think right, you're fucked up in your head. Your mom does not love you. I'm going to be everything on it for you. That is racist as hell. I'm part Mexican, so what the fuck are you talking about, babe? Don't ever talk about my kind, because you're not a piece of shit like you.
You know what it might be? I shouldn't make fun of it. You know what it might be, Justin? It actually might be because of the fires. They might be acting out because they have no butt at all. The California brown bud burn up in the wildfires. I can't with this stuff.
I call this idiot for stupid. The idiots because you're going to be idiots. So educate about race. Quit making racist statements. You Babylon's ass.
You're being an idiot, yeah. Can you tell me the location this was grown, please? I'm starting to have tears come out of my eyes. I'm laughing so much.
Because you're fucking racist and bigot.
Where can I see these blob videos, Miss Betty? I know that hindsight has. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But hindsight. Pretty crazy, bud, y'all. Hindsight has actually, I think she's the only one that was able to hear on YouTube. But she also has a TikTok channel. So if you don't find it on here, go over to her TikTok.
That's what hindsight is wrong.
Oops, I threw it out because I'm thinking about making another video on Sebastian. I did just see the blob. Can you guys still hear me? It's before, like you have the car in between that home and the Proudfoot home, but it was in this common area.
Did you not hear it in between? In between. Not the. Go ahead. Making some
grassy knoll. That's it. And then 3 hours later, you start seeing all the cops come in. So, or 3.5 hours. Yeah, it was about 3 hours later. Crash truck, the bus, had a cell phone, have access to the internet while he was at his mother and stepfather's house. So there is no stranger danger or third party. They were his dad. The videos, it doesn't appear that anybody was following them from place to place or had them under surveillance. Now, we do have some speculation about the Texas Roadhouse video. I mean, let's face it. Katie was oddly looking around. Clean it up, and at 3 a.m. they removed him. Is one that it appears that Katie hurt her son, and she.
Okay, I'm seeing Ray.
Now we do have some
You have
speculation.
no evidence. Back and license.
I mean, let's face
Oh
it.
my God.
He was oddly looking around. A cell phone, have access to the internet while he was at his mother and stepfather's house. So there is no stranger danger or third party. They were at several places. We looked at the videos. It doesn't appear that anybody was following them from place to place or had them under surveillance.
But you did.
Now, we do have some speculation about the Texas Roadhouse video. I mean, let's face it. Katie was oddly looking around. She was. There's no There's no dispute to the rest of the world. Her demeanor in that
No,
restaurant
ma'am.
appeared odd.
No, ma'am. It did not appear odd. To me, it looked like two people are having a fucking dinner, a day out with your own son. Okay, she don't know anything about that. She don't care. Keep on going, baby. Keep on going.
Speaking to an unknown green shirt person.
He cares for them, and that's because I will check that out and you say it was nothing.
Appeared odd. People believe the behavior of the person that was observed in the yellow jacket appeared odd. I can agree with that. It appeared odd. Other than that, I haven't supported anything, that anything happened at the Texas Roadhouse. But what we do have evidence of is this activity that happened at 3 o'clock a little after 3 o'clock in the morning. And the way, again, my brain works for those that are just coming in, it works as if,
You've never been a parent. Never been a parent to autism kid. So you don't know how it looks. You do not know. You don't have any experience. Like a disabled kid to be. For the last time, she said, I was just because you have no rights. Apple like you did, Apple that bullshit. And then you tell her history, oh, it's not, I didn't do it. He did. And she, you only know I'm sick. Sit there and shut the fuck up.
He came home, something happened inside that home, and they needed to clean
You have no evidence. Sorry, sweetheart, try again.
it up. And at 3 a.m., they removed him from the grounds. That's what it looks like to me.
No, wrong again, try again. Because Ian just making himself to be an expert, and that's not you all.
Based on everything we're seeing. Now, could there be other rest of the
What can you do?
the way everything appears to be based on the timeline and everything that we've collected from people on his job site? It appears he must have got on the job site around 6:30, probably made the phone call to law.
Cool, right?
I mean, let's face it, Katie was oddly looking around. She was. People involved, could this have been premeditated? So I
can't look stupid.
in charge now of the investigation manhunt into Travis Decker.
Let me tell you something. You got no one to demand answers. You are not. It's not PI. You're not anything. Sit your fucking ass down and wait until August. Oh my god. It's not gonna give me a headache. It's not gonna stress me out. So shut up, baby. No, you praise. And right now, you don't know what you praise. Honey. Until next time, I'm gonna touch you late. I don't have time for your shit, babe. So stop making up shit. Smiley. Oh, I don't have time. Stupid fucking, I'm touching Leo. What is this? I'm waiting for something to happen. Oh my god. Oh shit, can I not turn this off? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I just said. I am going to take this post down. Because I don't know what I just said. Can't remember it. Okay, sorry, what the? You should have a blessed day.